Hello and welcome to the MOOC math course, Massive Open Online Course in Business Math. And I just wanted to go through some opening steps with you to make sure that everybody's off to a good start. And I'm just going to go through the sign-in process here. So basically, if you're watching this video, you've been through the sign-up process, but if you haven't, you'll see on the right side here that there's a welcome message, and there's a couple things that you have to do. You have to choose the MOOC math course, and then you actually have to go down the left hand side of the screen and enroll in the course after you've created a new account. But for now, what I have the account already created, so I'll just log in, and we'll see that when you log in, your only selection is the MOOC course in Business Math. Now this is the opening screen that we see here, and there's quite a bit of instructions to get started. But I think if we go through it together, it'll make it just a little bit easier. So the course is beginning today, January 27th. You can read about the course here just by clicking on it and bringing up the outline of the course. And the general outline of the course is that we're going to start off with a review of the basics, and then we're going to quickly move on to the higher level stuff. So we're going to certainly have a review of basic arithmetic, basic algebra, and then we'll get into more of a business focus when we get into percentages, ratios, all the way through. As you can see, we're working our way up to calculating of interest, annuities, and amortization of loans and mortgages. So the book that we have then is very good, and it's a text that is produced in Ontario, is used by most of the Ontario community colleges up there, and we've adopted it here. It lends itself well to a MOOC course because in actual fact everything is online, including the copy of the book. Now to get there, there's a link on the page right here that says online video tutorials for the business math course. But before we do that, I just wanted to make sure that everybody has seen the survey, and the survey is very important to us, that you have a look at it, and I think there's 10 questions altogether, and it's good feedback. Since this is our first course in this type of offering, we would appreciate any feedback. So let's get on to looking at the good stuff then. Down here we see that this week is in this block, and you see up here is January 27th to February 2nd, and the video lectures will appear here on Monday, January 27th. So this is one of the first lectures and kind of getting started. And then we see that there's some preparation to do in the beginning, and the biggest thing that we have to do is go to the book publisher's website to take advantage of those free video tutorials. So when we click on this, it takes us to that website, and that website is kind of co-branded by Holland College and is powered by Veretta, and Veretta is the name of the publisher. So let me just grab my my other username here so I can log in as a student, and we'll log in and see how that works. Now I should mention that if you don't have an account on this system, it's just a matter of clicking here as a new user. You fill out some information, excuse me, and it's going to ask you for a student number. You can just put in any number there, and you're good to go. So you can create an account. It'll ask you to create a username and password. Come back to this page and put it in. Okay, so our login is successful, and what we see here is we see that it's a Holland College Winter 2014, and this is the main link to the course. Now over here we have some additional resources. So the textbook that I was talking to you about, the e-textbook, you can bring it up on your screen, you can go through it, read it just like a book. You have full access to that. You have full access to the financial calculator resources, formula sheets, instruction manual, PowerPoint presentations, student solution manuals. Everything that you need for the course is there. Again, you know, this is only possible because of the generous support of the folks at Veretta. So we click on the main link to the course, and we see that in here the first thing that you notice is this area up here, which is basically your personal dashboard that will take you through the lessons, and in each lesson has a set. They translate to a chapter in the book. So basically lesson set 1 is chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and so on. As we go down here, you'll see the what they mean by lesson set. This is a set of lessons. Again, it's a review of the basics. You know, we're not getting into anything too rough in the first part here. But you can pick and choose those basics as to which ones you feel that you need to brush up on. And then at the end of the week, when you've gone through, or maybe you want to do a couple of these, you know, in 1 week, it really doesn't matter. You can work ahead. This test will help you gauge your level of understanding of these lessons. So in this test, there's 5 or 6 questions. You type in your answers, and when you're done, it will come back and give you a score. And then, so the idea is you finish everything in this block before you move on to this block. And again, this is another review of basics, the basics of algebra. And as you move into lesson 3, you'll see that it's getting a little bit more like business. We're talking about percentages, we're talking about payroll, commissions, taxes, and that kind of stuff. So everything is paced by week. So if we start off with this week here, for example, and we look at one of the video lessons, I'll just open it up so that you'll see how it plays.
In this lesson, we will look at how numbers are written and read. We will also see some situations in which numbers have to be handled with extra care, preparing you for the rounding lesson. Let's start with an example. Let's say you went to the store to buy a printer for your office. You see 2 different printers on sale. Which one is more expensive?
So you can see it's interactive. Sometimes you're clicking.
Let's break this down. Each digit in a number has a specific place value. So this number has 5,000s, 300s, 010s, and 01s. The place value system allows us to express large quantities such as $5,300 relatively easily. Imagine for a moment that the only way of writing a number was by drawing a line. This would work well for the first few numbers. In fact, this method worked very well in primitive society.
Okay, so I think you get the idea. I just want to point out a couple of things that are going on this screen here. You got your volume control up here. Over here in this bar, you have your percentage complete, so that you can see here that it's not a very long video. You know, we're almost a quarter of the way through it. You've got your next that'll move you quickly, you know, from one part of the video to the next part. You got your pause button, you got your replay, and you got your back button here. Over here you can provide feedback. Feedback goes back to the publisher, of course, and you can also set bookmarks for places that you would like to go back to review. So if you set a number of bookmarks, it's easy to to go back and find your way. So throughout this lesson, then sometimes you'll be clicking, sometimes you'll be typing in an answer to a question, and that's the interactive part to it. So as you finish this lesson, you can it'll ask you at the end of the lesson, do you want to go on to the next one, or you can just stop it and then click hide, and then you'll see that they all fold up again, and then it's just a matter of going to the next one, which is rounding numbers. Again, it'll just load the same as the previous one, and it will start playing right away.
We'll start this lesson with a simple question.
So again, it's just a matter of hiding them, going on to the next one, going through them as much or as little as you want, and then when you click on the test, you'll see that the test opens the same way. It's basically in a video format. It has questions. You put in your answer, you click OK, and then some of the questions are multi-part, so you do have to move down the screen, and you can see down here that there's 5 questions altogether, but again, some of them might have multi-parts to them. When you're done with that, you simply submit your lab, and this is called a lab test, and then it will come back and give you a mark right away. So you can gauge your performance as you go through, and hopefully you'll get along okay with that. Now to log out of this system, just a matter of going up here, clicking log out, and it will take you right out of the system. And this is the closing page here, and then you can close the browser window and come back to this page that you started at. And what you'll find useful on this page, in addition to the video lessons, there's also PowerPoint slides. Now some of these PowerPoint slides, you'll find that they for the first couple of sets, they're review, so you can just pick and choose the ones you want to go through on your own. As we get into more of the say business type math, down here, for example, in lesson 3. In lesson 3, I've actually created videos of my lectures that I have here with my students at Holland College, and these video lectures are the presentation of these lessons here. So this one here is, for example, is lesson 3.1 and 3.2. So it has to do with these 2 sets of slides that we see here. So we click on the video lecture, you'll see that it goes to YouTube to play a video, and you'll have to excuse the audio. We're still working on getting some of the audio capture down just right, but you might have to turn up your volume a bit on these first couple. You can go full screen with it down here, and what you're seeing is the the exact lesson that I went over with the students, and my voice is coming over the slides. So you might find that useful, and as well as the explanations that I give on each one of the slides. So that is another component that you can go through as well. So these video lectures will start to appear here, and you'll see maybe this week I'll start filling in this block here with some video lectures. But and that will be ready for you anytime. We plan on going through it on the week of the 10th to the 16th, but you could skip down there and look and work ahead if you're okay with the stuff that you see up here in the review section. So what I'll do then is I'll post this welcome message at the top of the page here, and if you have any questions, my email address is right here, and please send me an email, and I'll answer any and all